Peace. Huh. Peace. Power. Mad liberator, death operator, rock the data, amazing flavor. Yo, the way I feel, sometimes it's too hard to sit still. Things are so passionate, times are so real. Sometimes I try to chill, mellow down, blow a smoke. A smile on my face, but it's really no joke. You feel it in the street that people breathe without hope. They going through the motion, they dimming down the focus. The focus get cleared and the light turns sharp and the eyes grow teary, the mind grow weary. I speak it so clearly, sometimes y'all don't hear me. I push it past the bass note, nations got to feel me. I feel it in my bones, black, I'm so wide awake that I'm hardly ever sleep. My flow forever deep in its volumes of scriptures when I breathe on a beat. My presence speak volumes before I say a word. I'm everywhere, penthouse, pavement, the curb. Cradle to the grave, talk cathedral of a shell. Universal ghetto life, holla black, you know it well. Quiet storm, vital form, pen push the bright across. Mind is a vital force, hollow right across. Soul is the lion's roar, voice is the siren. I swing round, ring out, and bring down the tyrant. Chop a small axe and knock a giant lopsided. The world is so dangerous, there's no need for frightened. The suckers trying to hide like the struggle won't find them. Then the sun busts through the cloud to clearly remind them this everywhere. Penthouse, pavement, the curb. Cradle to the grave, talk cathedral of a shell. Universal ghetto life, holla black, you know it well what it is. You know, they know what it is. We know, y'all know what it is. Ecstatic, there it is. Huh, what it is. You know, we know what it is. They know, y'all know what it is. You know, here it is. What it is, you know, we know what it is. They know, y'all know what it is. You know, here it is. Peace, power. Fantastic. Original. And always on time. And rocking your mind.
It's good, y'all. My name is Carlo Wright, and I represent the leaders of the New Free World. And right now I'm broadcasting live from Bangkok, Thailand. And I want to introduce you guys to a new series that I'm starting that I want to call Sunday Service or Church. I don't know. I'll finalize the name soon. The name doesn't matter. What matters is the purpose. And my purpose is to just get deep with you guys, man. Like, I know amongst the travel groups, the digital nomads, you know, I know a lot of people like to talk about, you know, just the fun, the lit things, the partying and the women and a lot of partying and a lot of women. And, you know, sometimes food and, you know, places you could go to, but I don't really see too many people getting that deep. And as brothers and as people, you know, I guess the people, it depends on what your intentions on traveling. Mine is to escape the rat race, of course, and just really escape the matrix and just find better life with around better people who deserve better people like me. And yeah, that's why we're here. So like I said, I want to start getting deep with you guys. And today's subject of Sunday service, I would like to talk about reinventing thyself. So I did some writings earlier, and I want to start this off with a quote from Emma Zek. It says, "Becoming who you truly are is not for the faint of heart. You will be stripped of the skin that was passed down to you by the family or culture until you are completely raw. Then slowly, day by day, you will paint a new skin with the colors of your soul and become something that has never before existed on this planet, which is you. This is the bravest thing that a human can do." And like I said, that's a little passage by Emma Zek. Shout out to Emma Zek. So, reinventing thyself. I feel it's something that we all must do, that some of us are scared to do, or some of us think, some people will call you fake in order to reinvent you. If you reinvent yourself, people might call you fake. They say he's not the same, she's not the same, he or she is different. And yes, he or she is different. We are different. In order to talk about reinventing thyself, I have to, talk a little bit about me and who I am and where I came from. So, me, I was born Carlo Wright, February 18th, 1993. My mother Chanel Wright, my dad Keith Tobias. And a funny thing about my life, the worst things that happened to me are some of the best things that could have happened to me. And the first two things that those was my mom having 3 kids, 2 girls, 1 boy, and not really having money like that. I don't want to say poor, but she ain't have it like that. My dad was in jail most of my whole childhood, and I love my dad, but and somebody say like, how is that some of the best things that can happen to you? Well, I was thinking the other day when I ended up in Bangkok. I traveled my whole life. I done lived in Orlando, Florida. I lived in, of course, New Orleans, Louisiana. I lived in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I lived in Houston, Texas. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I lived in Harlem, New York. I lived in Williamsburg, New York. I lived in Oakland, California. I lived in San Francisco, California. I lived in Los Angeles, California. Let's see if I'm forgetting anything. And now I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. Now, some of the best things that could have ever happened to me, like I said, was my mom, not having it like that, and my dad being in jail, my childhood, because I was wondering, like, why the hell do I travel so much? Why do I like to travel so much? Why do I like to start over so much? And the reason is, I thought about my childhood. My mom not having it like that, and my dad being in prison a big chunk of my, most of my childhood. I used to get sent away a lot. And I would get sent away. First time I was in like pre-K, I got sent away to live with my aunt in Florida, in Kissimmee / Orlando. And my aunt, my uncle, and my cousins, I lived with them for a second. Boom, I did that. I came back home, stayed with my mom again for about 5 years. And then I remember, actually before that, I remember going to live with my cousins, my other cousins in New Orleans. When after I graduated school, after I graduated kindergarten, I lived with my other cousins, in New Orleans for a second. I just used to always get sent away, bro. And I would always come back, my mom get us, she get everything right, and shout out to moms. One more quick thing, I was born in the 90s, and what a lot of people don't discuss, in the 90s, a lot of us kids didn't grow up with fathers in our homes, and it was actually rare that, amongst, put it like this, amongst a group of 7 guys, like 7 people, only 2 of us probably had parents still together, living in the same household, married, whatever. So being in the group, that being born around that time, it was like, our mothers raised us, but our mothers didn't really even raise us. Our mothers taught us how to survive. Our mothers were working, busting their ass to take care of all the kids. And we grew up in a neighborhood full of kids just running around going crazy, and we didn't have father figures. And the best thing, goddamn mosquito got me, the best thing you could ever do when you were that age was to hang out with like the older guys. That was like the best feeling on earth. If you had a homie who had an older brother, you know, that was the coolest thing. Those was the guys who kind of raised us, and it's messed up. They kind of raised us a little effed up. You know what I'm saying? Imagine being raised by a freaking teenager, 16 years old. They teaching you, you know, the effed up things that we know now. You know, you hear in the rap songs, F money over B's and bros over H's, and you know, I'm trying not to curse on my channel as much, but you know, these guys taught us some messed up things and taught us how to deal with women in some messed up ways. But so when I got sent away, it was always to go be around, you know, my male cousins and stuff like that. And I never noticed that we was poor and that we didn't have it like that. I don't want to say poor because I don't think we was poor. I never noticed my mom ain't have it like that until I got older, and I started to think like, how the hell I used to get sent away so much? So I get sent away. So boom. By the time I got to like 5th grade, I started going to visit my same cousins who used to live in New Orleans in the 7th Ward. My nanny Tracy, my cousin JoJo, Giovanna. I would go live with them. They moved to Atlanta, and I would go stay with them for the summertime. Every summer, 5th grade, 6th grade, then 7th grade happened, and Hurricane Katrina came. So once Katrina came, of course, I went back out there with them. And then I went to school out there in Atlanta, and that's when it hit me. Like, I didn't know how crazy New Orleans was until I went to school in Atlanta. I'm like, damn, why is everyone being so nice? Like, I never knew how crazy New Orleans was until I moved to Atlanta, until I started going to school in Atlanta. I was like, damn, and I'm talking about it's like predominantly black neighborhoods that I was in. And damn, these mosquitoes tearing me up. I can't even see them. I forgot to spray, y'all. Those predominantly black neighborhoods and schools, and these people were so nice, dog. They were so nice, and I loved that. I wanted to stay, but you know, mom wanted me to come move back with her. She got a little money. I did that. But when I moved back to New Orleans, and that's when I started thugging. You know what I'm saying? There only was like 2 or 3 middle schools in the whole city of New Orleans. So, you know, it was a good school, Sophie be right, but it was, everybody went there from the whole city. The effed up kids, the cool kids, they had nerds, we had everything in there. It was mostly predominantly black too, so, you know. So boom, I started thugging again, but I always had this thought in my mind, like, damn, I kind of want to go back to Atlanta, because Atlanta, people were just so nice. Like, the girls were prettier. And that was that. But you know, once you're in your environment, you're in your environment. So boom, I come back to New Orleans. I started thugging, started hanging with some with the wrong guys and some of the right guys. But I just knew, like, nah, I don't really like this. Like, this kind of stupid. That's what it was. I was like, yo, this is stupid. But you know, I still was doing it. So up until I got to freaking 9th, 10th grade, up until I got to like 9th, 10th grade, that's when I bought my first pistol. It's crazy because I bought it before I gave a dude a MacBook that I stole from school and $200. And I bought this gat from this cat, and with that same gat, the same night we got it, my homies went to go use it. Now, I don't know if it was telling the truth or not, but they came back running around the corner. They're like, you ain't hear that? I'm like, nah, I ain't hear it because it was a 22. They're like, yeah, we just did that. And these dudes say they killed the freaking crackhead or whatever with that same gun, and I ended up going to jail with that same gun too. But you know, yeah, you know, that's that. But nothing came of it. So I don't know. Maybe my boys was capping about it. I was a juvenile, so you know, I just started to follow down the wrong path. But I always had to start in my mind, like, bro, this is stupid. Like, what are we doing? This is dumb. Like, we started beefing with guys for no reason. We beefing with guys just because that's what gangsters do. That's what a lot of these dudes where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? We don't do like territories. People not hustling on the block or nothing like that. So a lot of these dudes are beefing just to be beefing. You know, somebody probably stole a gun or something, or robbed somebody or something like that. And, you know, I just always thought, like, bro, this is kind of dumb. So then I had a homie named Maurice. I went to middle school with him. He wasn't no pushover either. He was like a gangster nerd. You know what I'm saying? We all grew up tough in New Orleans. That's the thing. We all grew up tough. So like I said, when I got to Atlanta, it was like a culture shock. Like, wow, these people being so nice. So started hanging with my boy Maurice. Maurice, he was like one of those cats he freaking watched, listen to anime outros and all of that stuff, playing Guitar Hero and shit. But once we in school, it's like, yeah, it's all tough. You know, we gotta be tough. And I'm like, bro, I wanna hang with you. I wanna hang with you, bro. I've been out here thugging for nothing. So that was that, reinventing myself again. I started hanging with my boy Maurice, started getting fly. You know what I'm saying? But I went to 6 different high schools, put it like that, in New Orleans. Well, in Louisiana, I went to 35 for 9th grade year and half of 10th grade year. I got put out, went to alternative school, and then I got robbed by somebody who I went to school with. Had to tell my moms. My moms didn't want me to go back no more. So then I moved to Baton Rouge. That was the other time I relocated, and I got robbed out some weed. That was when like exotic first started to come around. Then I went to Baton Rouge, started hanging with my cousins in the flight club, Godly, Easy, and Jay, living with them in Baton Rouge. Reinvented myself again, you know, got more on that fly skateboard lifestyle, started wearing the SBs, the Supras, Creative Rex, you know, got more on my fly-ish. Life was good, I liked that. But then, you know, I had to go live back with moms again. And that's when I went to Math and Science. That's the school my sister graduated for, really good academics. Wasn't too many tough guys there. It was some, but not that many. I hated that school because it was too serious. So then I went to a school called Sarah T. Reed that same year because I was failing, you know, I was behind. I missed a lot of school that year. So I kind of damn near failed that whole year. And then the remaining year, I went to Old Perry Walker. I graduated from that because they let you take classes after school to catch up. So I ended up graduating on time. I even got put out that school too. I got put out that school too, but they still let me graduate. I got caught with some weed. So my whole career, I was like trapping weed, and I got put out of middle school too for smashing a chick in the bathroom. That was crazy. But I was trapping weed my whole high school career and stealing laptops and projectors and selling it on Craigslist. Bro, I had a bag when I was in school. And then I met some cats when I went to the last school. When I went to Reed, some of my homies, they was like kicking down doors, breaking in houses and stuff like that. And then, like, yo, y'all making money doing this? They're like, yeah. I'm like, man, I'm gonna hang with y'all. Straight like that. Straight like that. Me and my boy Vintage, he went to jail for it already, so, you know, I can say this or whatever. But me, Vintage, Smiley, was kicking down doors, and that was that, bro. I was up like 5, 6, 7 racks as a junior in high school. Actually, damn, yeah, bro. I had the racks when I was in high school. I used to sell cell phones. I used to really steal a lot of stuff, and yeah, you know, I got in trouble for it. My mom told me, like, one thing you'll never want to be is a thief. So I stopped doing that, reinvent myself again. Whatever, not too much, but man, I wasn't even like a menace in high school. I just hustled a lot. I just wanted more, and by the time I got to that age, my mom wasn't. We was good. She met my stepdad. Houses started to get purchased and stuff like that. Shout out to my stepdad because he helped a lot. And that was that. Where was I? So boom. Get out of high school, start hanging with my boys. I wasn't on no gangster vibes no more. It was just hustling. We was just selling weed, just trapping weed. End up moving to California to, you know, to further my my weed career. Stayed there for like 10 years, met my daughter's mom. In the midst of that, I moved to New York. And when I moved to New York, I was like, yo, it's kind of when I started rapping and stuff. I was rapping too. I was rapping, and like, I want to say this. Every time I moved back by my mom, that's when I started wilding out a little bit more. But it wasn't my mom's fault. I hate when things happen with kids and people say it's the parents. You can't blame the parents for most of it. Once you leave those doors, you know, my mom didn't know what the hell I was doing. She didn't know I was up all those racks or whatever. If she did see me with a bunch of money or something like that, where you got that from? I'm like, oh, I didn't made something up, or I went work with Ed to go wash cars or something like that. But I always had it in my mind, like, bro, this life ain't cool. Like, we doing it, but it's like, why the hell are we doing it? Why the hell are we so obsessed with doing this? With hustling and robbing and stealing and killing. Like, why are we so obsessed with this? And that took about 18, really like 21 years of my life of just doing that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I say 15, because you can't count the you know, when you're super young. And when I moved to New York, I was rapping too. I was really good at rapping. But I was really good at rapping, bro. And I was really good at hustling too, you know what I'm saying? By the time I got to high school, my mom was good. I just wanted more. I didn't have to hustle. A lot of these guys, we don't have to do the things we do. We just want more. We want to impress the girls. I want to be able to buy my shorty whatever. And I'm young as hell, but still, you know, want to be able to get my shorty something. I always was that type of guy. New Orleans, we take care of our girls no matter what. You know what I'm saying? We might be some vicious murderers, but we take care of our women, which is, you know, yeah, that's that. So I moved to New York and I stopped rapping because I met a group of black men, rich black men, older rich black men that I hung around. And these guys didn't do music, they didn't hustle. And it changed my perspective on things. Like, yo, like us black men, like what Jay-Z said, all we know is sports and entertainment. And it just hit me like, bro, you don't have to be a rapper or a hustler or an athlete to make it. You know what I'm saying? And my rap career was going pretty good. We went on tours and all of that. My rap career was going pretty freaking good. And yeah, man, I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm bigger than this. And I post a card or something. Y'all can check out my old songs. Like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want brothers to look at me, you know what I'm saying, and follow me because, you know, because we all blinded. You know, we didn't have fathers. So the coolest thing to look up to was our older brothers and stuff like that. Or what was the coolest thing besides them? Rappers. So we all look up to rappers, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. And finally we getting out of that wave. Black culture was hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? If Lil Wayne say hold a gun sideways like O-Dog, then, you know, when dudes go do a drill, that's what they doing. They holding the gun sideways like O-Dog, which is stupid, but that's what we listen to. If they said money over women, then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why everything's going on the way it's going on. Marriage rates are crashed. Everything is messed up. A lot of us listen to rappers and we don't want to admit it. And it's not our parents' fault. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, it might be a little bit of that, but that's just who it was. We looked up to that, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have father figures, so we looked up to hardcore rappers, T.I. and them talking about the trap. Once that trap rap started to come out, that's what it was all about, trapping. And I was a part of that wave, bro. So boom, I moved to New York. It was cool. I was working in the nightlife, but I got burnt out pretty quick, and I was away from my daughter. So I'm like, it ain't worth being away from my daughter if I ain't making no money working in nightlife. Moved back to California. You know what I'm saying? Start working at the clubs. Became a club guy, party guy. Stayed in San Francisco for a little bit longer. Got my own spot in Oakland. And then, what else? I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna speed this up, y'all. Ended up going back to New Orleans because COVID happened. I started making hella money off of the most money I ever made in my life when I moved back to New Orleans during COVID. That's when the invention of leaders of the new free world happened, because I lived in San Francisco, I lived in New York, and I seen, like, you know, I went back to New Orleans and I seen what it needed. We needed the freedom, y'all. We needed a non-judgmental environment, you know. And I came up in New Orleans with a bunch of gangster cats, a bunch of hustlers. But, you know, I started throwing parties and stuff like that, and I wanted to bring my gangsters with my hipster homies, because I always had hipster homies, I always had my hood homies. I had some hybrids too. I was the hybrid though. You know, that was that. And I created the Leaders of the New Free World, where everybody, you know, a non-judgmental free place where everybody come together and just, you know, be one, be a community, no matter what. And I look back, what I created was something beautiful. Now when I look in New Orleans, I see some of my hood homies and my hipster homies together. You know, I feel like I kind of created a wave. The hipster wave was there, but I think I single-handedly brought all the gangsters to the hipster wave, and I turned those dudes into hipsters. You know, they still got their ways. They still have their ways, but, you know, they're there, I think, for the better, you know, they better their lives, you know what I'm saying? Easily, and then I was just throwing parties and stuff like that with everybody in it, you know? And I did that, but after a while, it became just a party thing. You know, I was deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be what it was called, the Leaders of the New Free World. And, you know, when I look back now, it's like, kind of disappointed because it turned into just people partying and, you know, doing drugs and wilding out and, you know, being extra freaky, having freak-offs and stuff like that. Like, you know, that's what freedom brought. And it was cool, man. It was a cool little run. But I always knew that I was deeper than that. You know, like I said, I wanted to be a rapper. I was rapping. I'm like, no, I'm deeper than that. I'm not meant to be the rapper. Like Marlo said, I'm not meant to play the son or whatever. And, you know, time went on. I moved back to New York, moved back to the Bay, I got shot, moved back to New Orleans because my daughter was living with me. I didn't want to be beef with no guys while my daughter's living with me. And while mom was going to nursing school, accelerated program, shout out to my daughter's mom, very smart, beautiful, and intelligent woman. So, you know, I had to hold it down because, you know, she always held it down. So I held it down. My daughter lived with me while she went away to school. Ended up getting shot right before that. Ended up getting shot from this over the most dumbest shit, dumbest night. I saved that for another video. But even like going to get revenge is like, bro, I knew I was supposed to be more than that. More than a party guy, more than a gangster, more than a hustler, more than a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, every time I moved to a different place, I reinvented myself. Before I got there, I was like, I don't want to be this old DiCarlo or D-Nice. That's what they used to call me, D-Nice. I don't want to be the old D-Nice. I don't want to be the old DiCarlo, you know what I'm saying? I want to better myself. And, you know, sometimes when you reinvent yourself, people say, oh, he's being different. They might call you fake, whatever. You know, that's the people. Once you reinvent yourself, you got to cut those people out your life. And nothing wrong with cutting people out of your life. Nothing's wrong with reinventing yourself as much as you have to. Every single time I moved to a new place, I reinvented myself. And after I did that about 5-6 times, now I know my purpose in life and what I'm supposed to do. And to be honest, my purpose in life has me scared for my life because the type of people that I want to be, that I'm meant to be, that I was destined to be, everything happened for me to be this person. They don't live old age. They don't live old age. I'm talking amongst the people like Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton. I don't know why it was hard to say. And Malcolm X's, you know what I'm saying? The Black Messiahs. I'm here to free y'all minds. Like I said, I'm here to free y'all minds. I think I'm here to get my people out the matrix. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to be Moses, to help my people cross the Red Sea. And honestly, like I said, I'm really scared for my life, low key, but you know, I'm gonna die on this hill. And you know, like when the last time have we seen a black messiah? When the last time have we seen that? You know what I'm saying? For the past 10, 20 years, everything's been fake. Everything's been for views. Everybody just want to be rappers. You know what I'm saying? Podcast people talking fake deep. Everybody want to be one-sided. Want to tell you what to eat, how you're supposed to eat, and you know, different things you're supposed to do. And I'm not into that, man. I'm not into that. I just want to free y'all minds. I don't care what you eat. I don't care what religion you study. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do with your life. If you doing drugs or whatever, I don't really care. I just want to free you guys' minds from the matrix. Like, what if I told you everything we know was a lie or a game? You know what I'm saying? That's just how life started to feel for me. And I'm one of those guys who like to follow their heart. And you know, God been sending me messages for a long time, and I don't know which God. I don't know if it's a Christian God, a Muslim God, Jewish God, Hindu God. I don't know which one, but I've been getting signs my whole life, and I followed those signs, and it got me here to doing this video. And I'm not that great at speeches and stuff like that and talking to the camera, and you know, I'm just winging it right now. I have some notes written down, but you know, I'm getting better with this stuff. But it's time to wake up, y'all. My brothers and sisters, and not just black and not just Americans, because it seems like people going through the same things all over the world. It's time to wake up, y'all. It's time to get out these matrices that we've been stuck in, that we've been programmed. The rap music been programming us. All type of different things been programming us. Social media been programming us. It's time to wake up. And if you're ready to wake up, if you've been feeling what I've been feeling, if you've been feeling lost, if you've been feeling like you don't belong, if you've been feeling like everything is just, it doesn't make sense, follow me and I will take y'all to the promised land. And I would die for this. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to my children, my family, but I'm willing to die to free the minds of our people. It's a great migration happening right now. The Western world, Babylon, is crumbling. Babylon is crumbling, it's falling. Babylon is falling, Rome is falling. It's a new era that's about to begin. And I don't know if it's right now. I don't know if it's in the next 10 years, 20 years, but the time is now to begin. And I want to take y'all on this journey. I want y'all to follow me on this journey to open our minds, free our minds. And yeah, that's what the leaders of the new free world is all about, NFW. I got it tatted on my side. I will show y'all with the swing. This chair might swing and knock the camera down. But that's what NFW is about. It's about freeing the minds of people. And it's not that hard. We just have to reinvent ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Everything we knew, everything we grew up on, everything we was told, we just gotta just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. I moved to Thailand, and man, it's crazy what a passport could do. And you know, I couldn't get my passport for so long, bro. I couldn't get my passport for so long. I had to pay so much money to get my passport because of child support, and not because my daughter's mom put me on child support. She just went to school, signed up for some welfare to get money while she going to school. My daughter's, because she couldn't work, my daughter's name is I'm on my daughter's birth certificate. She added her to it for more money. She didn't know no better. But then 2 years later, it's like, oh, you got child support, my boy. Had to pay 5 G's. And a black woman helped me pay that 5 G's. Yes, I said that a black woman helped me pay that 5 G's. We will not be disrespecting the sisters anymore. Yes, we overseas and we're trying to better our lives. And you can date whoever you want to, no matter how. You can be diverse. I love diversity. You know, I love interracial. I love that we can all come together and learn from each other's culture. You know, I'm an interracial dater. I date, you know, wherever the love is from. But the disrespect of the black woman has to stop, because the black woman, man, the wonders I see the black women do. You know what I'm saying? It's most of us men that are traveling, going overseas to better our lives, and it makes total sense. But you know how tough the black women are? Not worried about coming overseas. They holding it down. They staying with it. They fighting in the fight. You know what I'm saying? They getting over it. Yeah, wages are high. Economy is messed up. You see black women complaining. Yeah, they might say something about it, but they're not trying to move just to get a cheaper lifestyle. They sticking with it, bro. They're tough. These women are tough. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the black women. But reinventing ourselves. Let me see some notes talk about some notes I wrote down. And finish this off. So you guys know the story about Frederick Douglass. If you don't, go look up Frederick Douglass. Yeah, go look up Frederick Douglass and you'll learn a lot about him. But I want to talk about how he got the name Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was born Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey, and after escaping slavery in 1838, he and his wife adopted the name Douglass from a narrative poem, The Lady of the Lake. I say that to say, when Fred escaped slavery, he did exactly what we talking about. He reinvented himself. He changed his name, his last name to Douglas. He got that from a book, but he kept his name Frederick because that was the name that his mother gave him. So with that being said, I'm reinventing myself for the last time. Maybe not the last time, but I'm reinventing myself to be the next Black Messiah, which I was meant to be, you know? And I'm doing this for y'all. I was born DiCarlo Wright, but from now on, my name is Loso DiCarlo, and I want to go by that, and I want to keep the name that my mother gave me. And my daughter's, her name, she has the last name Wright, and she will hold that down for the rest of her life or until she get married. But from now on, my name is Loso DiCarlo, and that's what I will go by. You know, my family still can call me my family name. You know, that's my family name, but you know, the death of DiCarlo Wright just happened, and the birth of Loso DiCarlo is now here. And when we close this off, I just want to say, it's starting to rain. I just want to say, this is your movie. Anybody watching this right now, this is your movie. It's not my movie. This is your movie. The world revolves around you, my friend. This is your movie. And however you want your movie to go, make your movie go like that. You are Neo, you are the one, you are the chosen one. It's time to wake up, y'all, and do things different. I guess I'm Morpheus. I'm Neo in my own movie, but I'm Morpheus in y'all movie. And yeah, it's time to free our minds and leave the Matrix. I have open doors for anybody that wants to come to Thailand and change their lives. I have open doors for you. I won't be charging you money to hang out, or none of that stuff. That's just not me. I've just never been that person. That kind of been my problem. I like to give free shit away all the time. I know people, me growing up, I know the people I've been around never had it like that. So me selling a product was just always never felt right, which I mean, I have to, I gotta pay these bills, but me selling a product never felt right because, you know, like I said, I just know people didn't have money to spend on products, certain products that we don't need. But with that being said, man, I would like to invite all of you guys to Thailand to come see for yourself, to come see this real freedom, to get away from the rat race, to leave the Matrix. It's here. All you gotta do is get a passport. That's all you gotta do is get a passport. You get a passport, your whole life will change. But when you do get that passport and you come here, I need you to reinvent yourself. Because coming out here on that BS, you won't be having that. If you come around me, you know, I represent the leaders of the new free world, and we're in Thailand right now. There will be no disrespect of Thailand happening on my watch. There will be no disrespect of the black woman happening on my watch. So, with that being said, if you would like to come out here and join the leaders of the new free world and be one of the leaders of the new free world, which is the free world is just outside of the Matrix. It doesn't have to be Thailand, but Thailand is the land of the free. That's what it means. If you want to come out here and join NFW, we will be holding you accountable for your actions. If you come out here and disrespect Thailand, anything that we're around, we will be flushing you out and sending you back home. And we're not playing about that. You know what I'm saying? We mean business, and we're standing on business, as the kids say these days. And with that being said, I just want you guys to think about that. Reinventing yourself. Who do you want to be? Who's your movie character? How do you want to dress? How do you want to walk? How do you want to talk? You know? You don't got to come out here with your Babylon name, with your Babylon life. You don't have to change your name either. But when you come here, come correct and come as the new you. And I hope the new you is positive. And we don't care if this isn't a race thing. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, orange, purple. Shout out to my Sudanese people. You know, you got some feel about beautiful purple people over there. We don't care. I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever. Just come and be a good person. And if I can help you free your mind, I will. I don't care what you eat. I don't care what your vices are. You know? As long as you are a good person, that's all that matters to me. And that's what being a leader of the new free world is about. It comes with rules. And it's not, the rules aren't crazy rules. It's just be a good person. Show love to others. Help out others. Don't mess over people. And those are the rules that I've been living by my whole life, you know? And it's been working for me my whole life. And I'm like a living testament of that, man. I've never been rich or anything like that. You know, my mom got a little bit of money, but you know, it wasn't enough money to fund the business and to fund my business and, you know, fund my careers and stuff like that, or to put me in a top university. And you know, it's like that sometimes. I love my mother dearly. I love my father dearly. My father was in jail a lot of my life, but I love him dearly. I'm so happy. I got the traits, the DNA I got from my dad. Man, what? You know? And that's that, man. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. You know what I'm saying? Follow your heart no matter what. You know what you should be doing. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's all I did. You know? I wasn't rich, but I would go on the other side of the city to go, you know, like I said, I knew when I was doing things that it didn't feel right. You know? Yeah, I know when things wasn't right. One of the most lit things that ever happened to me was I went to that school, math and science, that I hated so much. I graduated high school. I went and got back cool with those same guys who I thought was nerds, but they were still cool. And those guys changed my life. You know, you don't have to be rich to reinvent yourself. You're not stuck in the hood. You can just literally go on the other side of town. That's it. Even if you ain't got no money, man, you can take a bus ride to the other side of town and go hang out with some college kids and go to college parties, and you can change your life and reinvent yourself that way. Like, it's simple, y'all. This is not hard. It's literally, it's simple. My life has been so simple. Yeah, I had a few bumps in the road, but it could have been avoided, but I'm so happy that it hasn't been. And to the guy that shot me, we know each other. I forgive you. It is what it is, you know? I'm not a Christian, but I believe in Jesus. And Jesus forgave his enemies. And, you know, it is what it is, man. But with that being said, I hope y'all got something from this. So, you know, like I said, I'm new to this whole lifestyle, but I'll get used to it, and that's that. Namaste from Bangkok, Thailand. My name is Loso Di Carlo, and I represent the leaders of the New Free World. And that's church for you. Ka Fu Ka.
My gang, I just mean I'm with my woodies. When you see us with them things, that's for niggas who still owe me. They all could get it. I had a talk with all my bitches. Told them only fuck the gang if they want some other niggas. I be chillin' with Lil Mikey, he be chillin' with Lil V. We be rollin' with Lil City, got Lil Easy in these streets. Shout out to L's, these niggas still up on Canal. Could've been up in that cell, but I'm too busy bustin' cells. Cross my heart and hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. If a nigga play with gang, then that motherfucker fried. They know we bummin', my mama like it's always something. These niggas always rapping and see me, I'm always stuntin'. But shit, that ain't nothing new, we do the same shit too. Nigga pull up in that coupe while you sitting on the booth. Gotta watch out for these hoes, we be robbing bitches too. Pussy boy, we from New Orleans, that's the motherfucking zoo. Everybody taking pics, all these bitches trying to choose. Valentino's on the lick, looking ready for a shoot. It's nothing, baby, let's get this motherfucking money, baby. You fuck my niggas if you love me, baby, and keep it in the fam. Who them niggas that be doing the most? Who them niggas that be fucking your hoes? It's OD, nigga. Who them niggas that be getting that dough? Hit the scene, all the bitches get low. It's OD, nigga. Who them niggas that be getting that guap? We them niggas that be calling the shots. It's OD, nigga. We them niggas that be getting that bag. We the reason all these bitch niggas mad. It's OD. What up, though? Goody gang, tell her bitches to say. Diamonds on, got a kiss in my neck. Make a drip from the sex. Afterwards, I'm trying to get to a check. And I told my niggas ain't no money like for show money. I'm getting green, so I got them on go for me. Guess that's just the power of words. Been that nigga since high school, been getting chose. Bust her down at the crib and then send her to bro. It's OD, just bottle bitches and bread. Cross my heart and hope to die, trying to get rich till I'm dead. She said she down for the ride, but only if it's with head. You say you down with the squad, well tell them this is the pledge. It's OD, nigga. I got all the game like a OG, nigga. You ain't even doing shit, cold feet, nigga. It's the mob, keep that shit in the fam. And any nigga disrespect can have a visit with yams. Laces with the wood wheel, I whip that shit like a lamb. All I stuntin' for the gram, that shit look like a scam. Relocated, call that shit a money move. Lapping these niggas and I ain't wearing running shoes. Too
much sauce, I tell them niggas catch up. OD and FK, bitch, we next up. Too much sauce, I told them niggas catch up. OD and FK, yeah. Who them niggas getting bitches to choose? Counting all these blue faces, giving bitches the blues. Gotta pay to ride the wave like this shit was a cruise. Told them you can't really win if you ain't willing to lose. Yeah, who them niggas that be getting that guap? We them niggas that be calling them shots. It's OD, nigga.